Hello students, welcome to Core Data Structures, a fresh and exciting module. We have come a long way in our learning of the Python programming language. You will be learning about core data structures like list, tuple, dictionary, sets, frozen sets in this module. Let us start with what is data structure and its applications. Data is an important aspect when it comes to programming. Data structure is a primary memory allocation to store, organize, and manage data for efficient access and modifications. The essential constructs that support the development of your programs are data structures. Each data structure provides a unique way of organizing data so that it may be accessed fast depending on your use case. Let's look at it through the lens of an analogy. Consider how your workspace could be organized to meet your specific needs, allowing you to work more efficiently with easy access to all of your tools. The same is true for data. It must be stored efficiently to allow for easier access and change. Data structure refers to the organization and processing of the data in primary memory storage. Let's have a look at the many forms of data structures. There are two types of data structures in Python. The list, tuple, set, dictionary, and frozen set are among the built-in data structures. The second type, known as user-defined data structure, namely linked list, stacks, queues, trees, graphs, and hash maps are among them can be created using Python. The built-in data structure such as list, tuple, set, dictionary, frozen sets are represented technically using the terminologies such as sequence, container, and collection. Sequence can hold several data types at the same time such as integers, strings, complex numbers. Container is like a variable. It can hold data of various types all at the same time. Collection. There is one more type called collection data type. This can hold many data types. Moving on to array. What is an array? A Python array is a collection of common types of data structure having elements with the same data type. It is used to store collections of data. Arrays are static in nature. It can be resized. You can add elements and do declarations. Let us look at the example of an array. In this example, you can import data in the array and declare it. Let's take a look at a useful built-in data structure called a list. Lists are similar to dynamic arrays in Python. A dynamic array is able to resize and add elements after declaration. In Python, a list is a dynamic array. The list can contain data of different types. The items stored in the list are separated with a comma and enclosed within square brackets. It uses a constructor to create a list, constructor list. A constructor is a special kind of method that Python calls when it instantiates an object using the definitions found in your class. In Python programming, a list is created by placing all the elements inside square brackets separated by commas. Look at the examples. Example 1. Creating a list using list function. Text equals Python. Print list text. Output P Y T H O N. Example 2. Empty list creation. My list equals empty. List of integers. My list equals 10, 20, 30. Print my list. List with mixed data types. My list 1 equals 2021, Python 88.9. Print my list 1. Output is 10, 20, 30, 2021, Python 88.9. Now let's look at slicing operators. With this operator, one can specify where to start the slicing, where to end, and specify the step. This is the syntax of the slicing operator. List, initial, colon, end, colon, increment or update. In this example, initialize list. List equals 20, 40, 50, 20, 100, 10, 510. Display list. Print list 1:5. Index -1 represents the last element and -n represents the first element of the list. Output 40, 50, 20 and 100. Code for accessing the elements from the last using negative indexing. List equals 20, 40, 50, 20, 100, 10, 510. Display list. Print list -1:-5:-1. Output is 510, 10, 100, 20. In this example, the slicing operator defines the beginning and end. The value of the index in the list starts with 0. List 1 equals 1, hi, Python 2. List index starts with 0. The output will be 2. Print list 1, 3:. Slicing operator start: stop. The output will be 2 since there are no more elements in the list. Print list 1, 0:2. Slicing operator will get executed: stop -1, 0 to 1. The output will be 1, high, because the index starts from 0. Print list 1. It prints the entire list. The out will print the entire list. Print list 1 plus list 1, concatenation. The output will repeat the list. Print list 1 into 3, repetition and type conversion. Before moving further, you need to understand the difference between methods and functions. Python is object-oriented programming. It supports class, objects, and methods. Methods are associated with the objects of the class they belong to. Functions are not associated with any object. Methods are associated with an object. We call a method on an object using the dot operator, whereas function is a group of statements capable of performing some task. A function in a program can take arguments, that is, the data to operate on, and can optionally return some data after performing the intended task. Let us go through the methods and functions of the list. Append method adds an element at the end of the list. Clear method removes all the elements from the list. Copy method returns a copy of the list. Extend method adds the element of a list or any iterable to the end of the current list. Count method returns the number of elements with a specified value. Index method returns the index of the first element with a specified value. Insert method adds an element at the specified position. Pop method removes the element at the specified position. Remove method removes the first item with the specified value. Sort method sorts the list. Reverse method reverses the order of the list. Max method returns maximum element of given list. Min method returns minimum element of given list. Length method returns length of the list or size of the list. Concatenate method merges two lists and returns a single list. Repetition or iteration method allows multiplying the list n times. The resultant list is the original list iterated n times. I hope the concept of list is easier to understand with the methods and functions that can be used to modify the data structure.